What up there, guys? I'm back. My earlier recording was quite quiet. I was talking quietly, as I mentioned. If you watched the last Darkest Dungeon episode, episode 25, I was talking very quietly because I didn't want to wake my wife up. I've adjusted the sound settings, maybe too much. Let me turn them down a bit in case I'm spiking the fuck out of this. Is that better? There we go. I'm going to put it... What the fuck? Sorry, guys. What's going on here? You good? You good there, OBS? Okay. Let's assume this is going to work. And be audible. My apologies when it wasn't. We're going to dive back into Caverns of Xaskazien 2. Because I still have to test. Same reason as yesterday. I've got to do a playtest of this game. I've got to test the Purifier perks. And before I upload the game. And I can't test those perks without testing. And as long as I'm testing, I might as well record because I like showcasing my game. I'm hoping to get more people to play it. Now we're going to play exactly the same type of character. We had to play a Purifier because that's what I'm testing. We're going to play a Dogman purely because YouTube wanted a name for like the playlist, and I put it as Dogman Purifier, so kind of stuck with that. Let's randomize the sex, though. Alright, we're chick this time. Let's worship Sensum V again because A, we got a feel for it last time, and B, again, the synergy of double experience for killing aberrations and faith for killing aberrations works pretty well. And that would be a good person again here. Let's do a random name for our womanly woman, just so you know what the difference is between a female and a male. Dogman females tend to be slightly smaller, but slightly smarter than their male counterparts. They start with health -5, intelligence +5. That's cool. That's fine. We are Neff Sharjaw. Alright. Neff Sharjaw. It is. Obviously, it's a roguelike. We'll get a completely different dungeon, completely different situation. Let's see how it goes. Let's go all the way. Computer's being slow this morning. There we go. Alright, we have an Energon over here. Pretty simple monster to kill. Animal intelligence, which again means it will keep its distance unless we get close. And even when we are close to it, sometimes it'll move kind of randomly because it's not intelligent. It does have resistance to electricity. It doesn't matter to us. It has resistance to electricity because it's an Energon. 100% resistance. 50% resistance to acid because it is an aberration, which is great for us. We get double experience for killing it, and please our goddess. It also causes electrical damage, which means it could shock us and electrify us, which would not be good, but it's not likely to because it doesn't do a lot of damage. Let's grab this gold. This dude's a thief. He's going to wander, in addition to attacking us, he'll wander the dungeon looking for treasure to pick up before we can get it. So let's get it before he gets it. Let's get on him before he kills me else. That fire just went out, unfortunately. It was a cooking fire, just ran out of fuel. He's obviously going for gold. The fact that he's going this way and he's not... He'd have a little exclamation point over his head if he was fleeing from me. He's not. He's moving towards some other treasure. So let's try and kill him before he reaches it. There we go. Good. Let's kill this Energon to get the double experience and the faith points done. There's a Woodwose. There's a giant type. Got some good health. That's about it. We have 66% odds to hit it. I think because we start the game with Titanology. Basic Titanology, which gives us +30 to hit versus all giant types. That is a factor of being a dogman. I think all dogmen start with basic Titanology, if I remember correctly. Tiny blade trap did 8 damage. That sucked. Again, if you remember those types of things, you know, they're either an object or a trap. They're usually objects, but they can be traps. Same thing with the papers. They're either a paper-type object, a book, a scroll, a map, whatever, or a trap. This is a dead body of an adventurer. We could loot it, but we're not going to because it would upset Sensum V, disturbing the dead. We could also catch a disease from it, and it could also rise up as an undead to attack us. Let's leave it alone. Bunch of pits here. Let's just walk around them. You'll note the general style of level. Nice, couple of aberrations here. Oh, Advanced Mutology. Pardon me. Upena Light book, light spell book. Let's take a look at that. So another thing we started with, probably because we're a Purifier, is Advanced Mutology. So basic Mutology, just like basic Technology, gives us +30 to hit versus giant types. Basic Mutology, which we have as a course of getting advanced. Gives us plus 30 to hit versus aberrations, but advanced Mutology also grants a 20% chance to discover a new spell every time we kill an aberration. So we just got the light spell. Let's go ahead and learn that by left-clicking it. You see here, left-click to learn the contained spell. Destroying the spellbook. It is light. It is a low-power illusion. It costs 30 spell points to cast. Spell increases your sight range to 11 for 120 turns, 11 squares. So now if we go into our basic, our low-power spells, you can see we have light healing and light. You can also see we have spells known 4 out of 7. We can only learn 7 spells right now, and that is because our memory skill is still untrained. If we get this skill up, we can learn more spells, but a maximum of 7 spells we can learn right now. Well, let's get this guy first, before he goes and gathers more treasure. As apparently he's moving towards something. Oh, maybe not anymore. Wonder if another thief picked up the treasure he was moving towards. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Let's cast Light Healing. Maybe I should cast Frost Breath to kill him off. That would have been better. He's dead. You know, let's go ahead and... We don't have it yet. Let's get a tiny health potion if we can. You know what we do have? 24 Faith. Again, we're not within 15. If we were at 10 health, we could cast Mend Abrasion Miracle, which would give us back some health. But Mend Abrasion only works if you're within 15 of your health to begin with. What's in this crate? A candelabra, and a web trap kit, and a pheasant trap. Let's go ahead and light the candelabra. Should let us see a couple squares. 3 squares extra distance. Yeah, 2 squares extra distance. Our base sight range at the start of the game is 5 squares. This puts it to 7 squares, regardless of what your current sight range is at. As you get deeper in the dungeon, your base sight range shrinks, until eventually you can only see 1 square distance at the bottom, unless you have a light source. This is a trap kit we can put out to try and get enemies to step in it, but our trap setting skill is untrained, which means if we try to set it, there'll only be a 50% chance we set the trap, and a 50% chance we bring it on ourselves. In this case, it would just make a bunch of webs appear that could catch monsters in it, you know? And this is not a trap kit. It is a... You plant this next to... next to any kind of foliage, and it has a chance of catching pheasants that we could then cook and eat. Has a number of uses, or it's conditioned where step. Pardon me, as we use it. Let's not step on this right now. If it's a trap, it would get me in trouble. What is this? A marble pedestal. This square gives you the option of taking the object that rests atop the pedestal once. If you do, you'll find either a piece of magic jewelry or 1 to 3 prayers. But there will be a 20% chance your faith is reduced to 0. Our faith is still quite low. Let's do it now. We did find a death-opposed Amulet of Determination, and we didn't lose our faith, so that's good. If we take a look... I didn't mean to do that. I clicked the wrong thing. I take a look at it. We can see this would give us a 25% chance to avoid any insta-death effect. Insta-death effects are like... Remember in the last game we saw those severed hands that had a 3% chance of instantly killing us. If somehow they had managed to hit us, which is only a 10% chance, and if then it had rolled a 3% chance to kill us, it would then check against this, and we'd have a 25% chance that we were not killed. 75% chance we still are. And it also gives us a 25% chance to avoid experience or spell drain, so any spell point draining or experience draining. And if we do fail that roll, we lose 25% less than if we hadn't had this. But we can't wear it yet because, of course, our magic enemy skill is untrained. So we'll have to give that up. It's a damn good amulet. Let's keep it. Let's kill this guy. Again, he could steal our shit, but he didn't. There you go. Even more faith points. Our experience is getting up there. Let's try and get enough gold in here that we get our level up. And that way... we'll get our health back. And then we can start picking up objects, you know, kind of more safely. Again, just in case they happen to be a booby trap that hurts us. Now is not the best time to be triggering that. Our scavenging skill is going to mean we find a ton of treasure, so... We might be able to... We're at 255 out of 300. That's another 20 experience when we drop it off. Only 25 more to go. If we can just find 2 more piles of gold or something, we can be assured that we're safe for a while. I am recording, right? I'm not an idiot, am I? Yeah. Yes, I'm an idiot, but no, I'm not for that reason. I mean, there could be gold on this dude, right? Maybe not. Me as objects. We're in kind of a crappy position. Let's double check if there's any... Mend Abrasion, as I said, we can't do unless we're within 15. Let's just look at anything that costs 36 faith points or less. Purify we'd have enough to cast. This remove all effects of poison from us. Good to know we have that in our back pocket. Reveal Curse. This miracle will identify all cursed scrolls and befouled potions in your inventory for 10 faith points. Revitalize, we used that yesterday. It removes any temporary negative effects from us. We do Summer Rain. Removes all flames, cooking fires, hot coals, and lava from your square and all adjacent squares. Also removes any burning status from you. Or Welcoming Waters, we have enough for that. We'll put into play a water walking effect for 121 turns. While it's in effect, we can enter any water, rapids, or whirlpool squares as though they were empty space. You cannot access things underwater while water walking, for obvious reasons. So we're in a position where we're going to have to start picking stuff up, because the alternative, of course, is to go down a level, and maybe you'll find gold and get enough to get our health back, but I'm going to risk it. Worst comes to worst, we die, we just repeat the first level. Damn it, it is a booby trap. A Twister Trap. A magical twister scatters 3 of your objects. Twister traps randomly relocate between 1 and all of your inventory items to random empty spaces on the map, so that's all it did, but it kind of sucks. Here's one of them. Let's get a restorative potion back. It's more annoying at this point than anything else. Curative potion, get them back. What else we got? Our sickle, that's our weapon. Let's get that back. Gives us -9 to hit, but does 1 to 6 damage. Small health potion, that's what we want, for sure. Let's drink it right now. Gives us back 18 to 30 health. There you go. Now we can pick up the rest of these things without any worry of, accidentally killing ourselves, probably. Paper hat, let's throw that on. It's a shitty little helmet. Gives us 2 defense, which means monsters have a 2% less likely chance to hit us. You can see it's called an improvised helmet. Improvised weapons and armor work exactly the same as normal, except for they have a maximum condition of 50%, and they can't be repaired, short of using magic. Armor and weapons does wear down as you use them in combat. Mind Warp Trap, we may be seeing things. We're going to start hallucinating and seeing monsters that aren't really there. Because we've been walking around the level, though, and we know it's clear, anything we see we can be pretty assured is not really there. We can just ignore it. Can't read the map. This could kill us. Booby Trap, Pendulum Trap. Pendulum traps turn your square into a level-appropriate pendulum blade. Oh, we dodged it, though. Okay. Let's get the fuck off that. As you can see, if we cross back in here, it's a slow, dull pendulum blade. We have a chance to avoid it equal to our dexterity, or 90, whichever is lower. Our dexterity is 45. So 45% chance to avoid it. If we had failed, it would have done 3 to 15 damage. I guess it couldn't have killed us. A bunch of things we're hallucinating here. They're not there. Another trap, a ton of them. This time I just erased our map, though. I'm going to use the keypad for a minute, because seeing all these monsters is making it difficult to auto-walk. Every time it spots a new monster, it's like, hey, do you want to react to that, Another booby trap teleported us 2 squares away. A lot of booby traps on this level. Unfortunately, she's not there. Damsel. She's just an hallucination. You can see down here it's about to wear off. It's blinking. Be gone in 5 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now I can use the mouse again. A little easier to move that way. I just can't remember if we got everything, guys. I also don't remember where the stairs are, frankly. That's mud. Could be quicksand. No reason to enter it. It's hard to get out of based on your strength. And if it's quicksand, you'll start drowning in it as well. So no reason to go in mud if you can avoid it unless there's something in it you want. Or it's blocking your path, of course. There's this fountain we could drink from. You can see all the possible effects here. It could heal us, but we don't need that. It could be acidic, which would suck. It could be curative, but we're not poisoned. It could be poisoned, which would poison us. It could be filled with a jelly, which is a mid-power monster, which would be something beyond our ability to kill right now. It could scry, which would show us the map of the level. All of those so far would be either irrelevant or would actively hurt us. Of course, it could also be a strength or agility or wisdom fountain, which would give us extra strength, dexterity, or intelligence, which would be great. Or it could be nothing happens. Now, if it is poisoned, we can cure ourselves. I'm going to risk it in this case, I think. I want the bonuses. There, Fountain of Agility. You gain 6 points of dexterity. Our dexterity is now 51. Dexterity is the primary determinant in how easily you hit monsters, so that's pretty good. It's also a way to get better rogue skills, which is one of our character class's primary attributes we want to increase. I think we're done. That's the level, right? I was saying earlier, yeah, you can see the basic style of level on level 1, and the floors and walls, for that matter, the cosmetics are always the same. The style of level is an homage to the original Caverns of Xaskazien, where this was the only style of level I knew how to make. Very weird, haphazard dungeon generation, but it gets the job done. Let's go down. This is a gemmed wall. We could try and mine this out, but our mining skill is poor enough that it'll probably just collapse the wall on us. So let's ignore it for now. There's a little bit up here we didn't explore, but screw it, I don't think there's anything up there. Let's go ahead and go down. Here we are. Got some faith out of that, I heard it. There's a giant maggot. Let's kill it quickly. You can see its stats there. It's particularly susceptible to electrical attacks, we don't have that. But it can eat corpses, and when it eats corpses it gets healthier. Even healing itself beyond its maximum hit points. We also found a knife. Let's switch to the knife now. Can we compare the knife? The sickle is -9 to hit, does 1 to 6 damage. The knife is no hit mod, but it only does 1 to 4 damage. It's also in awful condition, but let's use it until it breaks. And we'll drop it. A little easier to hit with. Here we go. Alright, we got our new racial perk Claw, same as last time. 50% chance we're going to do 1 extra damage every time we hit, as long as we're not using a shield or a two-handed weapon. Let's put our strength all the way to 30, because of our ability to pick up golds. It also opens the ability, in theory, to get to basic warrior skills. Although you can see they cost us 3 skill points, so we're probably not going to be doing a lot of that. You know, we had a ton of booby traps there. A lot more than makes sense, but let's put our disarming skill up. At the basic level, that'll give us a 25% chance to ignore the effects of any booby trap we spring. Thighbone Club, it's an improvised club. Let's just drop it for now. Bunch of weapon racks, we can search for weapons. They could be booby trapped. Let's go ahead. Found a pitchfork. Ooh, and a glowing heavy stick of slamming. Let's drop the shitty knife. For now, it's equipped with pitchfork, which is +6 to hit, but only does 1 to 3 damage. And let's pick up the glowing heavy stick of slamming, see what that's like. So it only requires 10 strength to use. It gives us -6 to hit, but does 2 to 4 damage. It increases our sight range by 1 square, so we'll see 6 squares for now instead of 5. And a 6% chance it casts Invisible Hammer every time we hit. Invisible Hammer is a spell that does 3 to 15 physical damage, so it's great, but you can see its condition right now. It's nearly broken. Let's wait till we've repaired it a bit. Let's carry it for now. It's a pretty cool weapon. Wand of Fairy Mischief. Again, our wand lore skill for the moment is shit, so we don't have a 25% chance of using it properly. Whether we use it properly or not, it will use a charge if we try to use it. It'll cause a monster we're fighting to become dizzy for 1 to 3 turns, which will have its attack value for 1 to 3 turns. Pretty cool. Maybe come back for it. Our inventory slots are going to be more limited than for a lot of characters because one of the primary ways to get your inventory slots up is the traveling skill, but that's a general skill, which is going to cost us 2 skill points to raise. So we're going to just save up for it. Still, I might do it in a minute. This dude's a little dangerous. He's only got 2 hit points. There's a 50% chance if he hits us that he drains permanently 1 to 4 dexterity. I'm going to attack him anyway. He's dead. His odds of hitting us were not great. Rust Monster could disintegrate our paper hat if he hits us, of all things, because obviously paper can rust. They just destroy 1 piece of armor randomly chosen that you have equipped when they hit you. So maybe let's take off the paper hat for a moment and go ahead and look at killing it. It is an aberration, as well as an insectoid. Shouldn't be hard for us to kill. Let's kill the maggot first, before it goes and eats that Spriggan corpse. Or the Rust Monster corpse if we were to kill it. Tons of experience for that, because it's doubled. We could try to repair our heavy stick. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do it. Our repair skill, which is a warrior skill, is untrained, so we only have a 25% chance of success, and if we fail, we're going to ruin the forge. Can't use it anymore, but let's give it a shot. Now we break the forge. This is an armament locker. There's a ton of like weapons racks and armament lockers and shit on this level, eh? What was this over here? It's another giant maggot. In this case, it's a hero. The Tomb Tourist is the name of this guy. You can see its attack values and its health are higher than they should be for a giant maggot. You can tell because they're both green. It'll also drop special like treasures if we kill it, or items if we kill it. So let's go ahead and try and kill it before it sees the other corpses. Found a low power scroll. It has a 10% resistance to magic, so if you cast Frost Breath at it, there's a 10% chance that it'll have no effect. Still 50% extra damage it takes from electrical sources. It also takes a 10% less damage from frost sources, so we probably won't use this spell on it at all. Alright, it's dead. Found scraps of agility. That's pretty good. And another knife. The scraps, let's drop the web trap kit. And let's drop the lit candelabra. Not doing a lot for us right now. Let's pick up the scraps of agility. Let's reorganize our stuff. It's a breastplate. It takes up 2 inventory slots. You see size average 2. It gives us 5 extra defense. And it gives us plus 10 dexterity, which is basically giving us plus 10 to hit any monster for now. So let's use that for sure. Ooh, Yorick's Dimension Hopping Trunk, which is finally repaired in this version, by the way. It had some errors in the previous versions, I think. So Yorick's Dimension Hopping Trunk is kind of neat. It only has a 1% chance of appearing on any given level. But anything you drop in its square, up to the maximum of what, I don't know, it is 25 things you can have in a square or 20 things. Anything you drop in a square will still be in the trunk if it materializes on a level, even if it materializes in a totally separate game. So this is a really rare encounter, but it is a way to pass inventory items from one character you're playing now to a future character in a different game. If you have something to say that's really cool, but you can't use it really well, you can drop it, and hopefully in another game it'll show up and that character can use it. It also, what was I going to say? There is a Vestonian miracle, if you worship Vestonus, who can summon this trunk at will, though it's a very expensive miracle. I'm probably going to drop the pheasant trap, am I? Yeah, I'm going to drop the pheasant trap. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go into our inventory. Drop the pheasant trap. Let's see what's here. Anything we want? If we had some sort of bag or something, like something that gives us extra inventory slots, I would definitely take that. Lucky Coin is promising, but it's a mid-power magic item. I'm probably not going to get a chance to use it. Quilted Armor is pretty nice. Can we use it if we grabbed it now? Yeah, we could use it. Let's take a look at it. If we're going to, we'd have to drop our scraps of agility. This would give us 25 defense instead of whatever, 5 defense from our thing, although we won't get the plus 10 to hit anymore. Still, let's drop the scraps of agility and instead take the Quilted Armor and throw that on. Our strength is too low. What is it? Oh, base defense 25. Strength required is 50. My apologies. Let's get back our shit. Let's get back our scraps. I'm not sure there's anything here we really want right now. There's a lot of cool shit. You know, massive health potion and that, but I'm afraid to take like the massive health potion because it's way overkill for what we would need right now, and if we die early, then we're just wasting it. It could have been on York's trunk for somebody who would find it later on, so I'm just going to leave everything here for now, I think. Cool encounter, though. If I had more inventory space, I'd probably take some of the trinkets like the Gossamer Shroud and shit, too, but... Small wooden shield, but we still can't use it, and as soon as we do, we don't get our claws benefit either, but still, we still probably want a shield at some point, or else a two-handed weapon or something. Let's grab the gold. Oops. It's a prayer to Meroach. She's a kobold goddess. It'll piss off Sense of V if we pray here, so let's not do it. We could steal the eyes out of this. There's a small clay idol here. So you can see we can get 20 gold worth of gems if we pry the eyes out of the sockets. But if we do, there's a 40% chance we're going to spring a booby trap and a 10% chance it'll come to life as a homunculus. I'm going to take that risk right now. Got the gems. That's it. Good. Salamander, let's just go ahead and kill it. Low-level worm. This is an aberration, a cockatrice, in this case another hero. You can tell it's a hero because it has the red swirling thing beneath it. It means it's a unique, it's a mini-boss. And this name is written in yellow. Cosvio? I can't quite make out what this says. I think it's Cosvio. Well, this is Xvio. Like the Severed Hands, it has a 3% chance of instantly killing us when it hits us. But let's try, and it has a much better chance of hitting us than the other one too, which means it is riskier, but it is an aberration. Let's just try and kill it as fast as we can. Found scraps, found a map, we leveled up. Gained 2 dexterity, gained 2 max health. Our health is restored, we gain 10 attribute points, we gain a skill point, and a new class perk, Sense Impurities. Querying this perk in the perk list will reveal whether or not any living aberrations remain on this map. So anytime we go to our perk list, which is here, where we can see both our racial ability, which is the +2 dexterity every character level, and our inability to eat fruits, nuts, or vegetables, and the other stuff here, gaining double experience from aberrations, etc. Can never gain advanced weapon use, remember that. We can see our claws here. The fact that it's brown means it's a passive ability, you don't need to do anything with it. The fact that it's blue means you click it or point at it to have its effect. So at perk level 1, this just tells us there are currently no aberrations alive on this map. Not hugely useful, but better than nothing. Let's get this to 30 at least so we can learn base level general skills. You need at least 30, 60, or 90 to learn basic, advanced, or expert skills in any given category associated with that trait. In this case, health corresponds to general skills, intelligence to mage skills, dexterity to rogue skills, and strength to warrior skills. So now we can learn at least basic in any category if we wanted to, or if we found the ability to. We don't have 2 skill points. I might save it. Traveling is a pretty important one to get early. We're going to be leaving too much stuff behind. So I might save this one until we level up again and get the get another thing. Maybe not, though. We could, of course, I don't know. There's a lot of options here, isn't there? Let's keep our strength climbing because we're going to keep finding a lot of treasure for now. Let's get to the start dropping off our gold in case something happens. We can get bumped off this level. I don't think there's any merchants on this level. It's one of the reasons why you don't want to always spend your gold as soon as you find it, just in case there is a merchant and you miss out. You know, you've dropped all your money at the temple instead of using it to buy what you want to buy. We'd have heard a merchant walking around if it was in the distance. Would have been yelling. Let's try and fix our glowing stick again here. There, we fixed it. It's up to 30% condition, which is not terrible. Try again. We're at it. Let's switch to it for now. You see, you've got brighter, 1% extra sight range. A Tome of Knowledge. Oh, entitled The Harder They Fall, Volume 2. We're going to have to carry that. This will teach us Titanology to the advanced level, provided we already know it to the basic level, which we do, and our strength is at least 60, which is not yet. But since it is so hard for us to learn warrior skills, I mean, it costs us 3 skill points, we're definitely going to keep this, because one click of this will teach us that to the advanced level once we get to 60 strength. So it's going to have to occupy our inventory for a while here. Oh, another magical item. Let's drop our old sickle in favor of the Sickle of Constraint. Let's see what that does. Again, -9 to hit, 1 to 6 damage, but it has a 7% chance every time we hit an enemy that the enemy is permanently immobilized. Won't be able to leave it square ever again. Pretty cool. Tiny Blade Trap Kit. That would allow us to set tiny blade traps, but again, if we try and fail, we're going to hurt ourselves. We could drop the pitchfork. Let's do that. Oops. Take the Tiny Blade Trap Kit in this place. Given we have 2 weapons anyway. One of them admittedly is already in rough condition, but still. Straw hat. That's better than our paper hat. Drop the paper hat. Pick up the straw hat, which is likewise an improvised... Oh, it's in shit condition though, eh? 2%. Nah. Stick with our paper hat. Would have given us a little more defense. Another improvised helmet. That might be it for this level. I'm not seeing anything else. We can mine that, but again, our mining skill is so poor it would probably backfire on us. Oh, we haven't opened this yet. Let's find what's in the armament locker. Ooh, a goblin feathered hat. Or a feathered hat. Or another feathered hat. A lot of hats in there. Let's, let me go back to this. Let's see what this is like. This goblin feathered hat. It's only a 31% condition. We do +3 damage every time we hit an enemy as long as we're wearing this. Although its condition is -50% than normal, but then again, our paper hat is also -50% than normal. So let's drop the paper hat. Take the goblin feathered hat. And wear it. Same exact defense, gives 2% defense. But in this case, +3 damage to hit. +3 damage every time we hit an enemy while we're wearing it, so that's pretty cool. Haven't searched this weapons racket either. A dart, a sling. Sling might be worthwhile. I mean, these are magical. I think because my inventory is so small and I don't mind carrying this, I think we're going to stick with what we got for now. But, the sling is tempting. Alright, I think we're out of here. This is almost full. It's got like 24 or 25 things in it. Let's not drop anything else off there right now. Mystery box. We can spend money. It's like a vending machine. You don't know what you're going to get. We're not going to spend any money there right now, though. I think we are done. Let's go out of here. I don't even want to cast before we leave. We're not hurting anyway. Let's cast light. As soon as you go to a new level, you get all your spell points back. So let's cast this now. For 120 turns, our vision range will be huge. And we'll get all our spell points back anyway. An event. Lasteviarch's Call. Lasteviarch's most hated foe is the god Hornus, who created the orcs. But his fight extends to all monsters of their ilk, and he requests your aid now. All goblinoids you kill will yield double experience on this map. So we're already facing, we already get double experience for aberrations, but on this map we also get double experience for killing goblinoids. Not bad. It is a battle my people have fought since the first moments of time. It is why we were created. Lennius Lockman, the elven rogue, old D&D character of mine. Yeah, Lasteviarch is the creator of the elves and the enemy of Hornus. He is known as the god of the calling, a good god. So that's cool. If we go to here, we can see that is in progress. It's ongoing. When this event occurred, if there wasn't at least one goblin on the map, a level appropriate one was added, so you make sure it has an effect. At least. There's at least one here somewhere. And as long as we remain on this map, all goblins we kill will yield double experience. Let's go check our perk. Are there any aberrations on the map? Nope. Not a single aberration on this map. Kind of shit. Let's walk around while our vision remains high. This is silver, same as gold, except you only find half as much as you would if you picked up gold. And on top of that, skills like scavenging, like we have, will not affect the amount we find here. So we only found two gold pieces worth. Another amulet. In this case, a disease-opposed Amulet of Optimism. We can only carry one or the other. Or we can only use one or the other, and we only have limited inventory slots. So either this one, which is pretty fucking awesome, or this one, which is pretty fucking awesome. This will give us a 25% chance to resist disease, or, pardon me, plus 25% disease resistance, which means A, if we were to contract a disease, a flat 25% chance we don't contract it, and on top of that, once we catch a disease, every time you go to a new map, there's a chance you shed the disease. That chance is increased based on your disease resistance, but even with untrained disease resistance, there's a small chance, I think 5% or something like that. This would also give us a 25% chance to avoid attribute drain, and we lose 25% less of those attributes if we failed. That means if it's trying to drain permanently our strength or dexterity or something, like when we were facing that Spriggan, for instance. I think I'm going to keep the one I've got, though. This is a lout. Easy enough. Let's go kill it. There's a Coffin Dweller. They're kind of neat. It's an undead monster. Their special ability, you can see it has 100% resistance to poisons or toxins. It is 13% resistant to physical damage. That's what that little sword image means. Meaning it'll take 13% less damage than we would normally do to it. It only causes 1 to 2 damage. It causes physical damage. Let's just go kill it. But it has a 50% chance if we do kill it that it comes back to life fully healed. Like that. Let's kill it again. Alright, I stayed dead that time, thank God. Drop off our 2 gold for 2 experience. Hit a rope snare. We can't move for 15 turns. And we're dizzy for the next 16 turns. While dizzy, our dexterity is halved. You can see this right here. Let's just pass our turn. Watch the numbers count down. Thankfully, there's nothing around to fight us right then. That would have been more inconvenient had there been something fighting us while our dexterity was halved. Ooh, a hide helm. We're going to come back for that. Our goblin helm is not going to last long, is it? It's already down to 27% condition. So let's use it for now. We'll come back and get this. This will give us, instead of 2 defense, this will give us 6 defense. But it doesn't have the damage bonus. So let's keep the goblin helm for now. Go ahead and pick up this gold. Come down here and have a look around. Light spell wore off. Cloth armor is better than our scraps, although our scraps, of course, give us plus 10 dexterity. I think we're going to stick with that. This would give us 10 defense instead of 5 defense, which means they'd have a 5% less chance of hitting us than they currently have. But I like our plus 10 dexterity. Let's keep putting our strength up so we can use, we can learn the expert technology. 2 dexterity, 2 max health, health restored, gain 10 attribute points, gain 1 skill point. We have a new racial perk, Eat it raw. This perk allows you to eat any sort of uncooked meat by left-clicking it when you're not on a cooking fire square. So normally if you find uncooked meat, if you're a normal character, if you're not a dog man, you can't do anything with it unless you find a cooking fire, then you can cook it, and based on your cooking skill, you prepare meals that are more beneficial or not, and they have effects based on how well you cooked it. In this case, though, our character can just eat it directly raw. It doesn't even have to cook it. It'll give us the same benefit as if we had charred it in a fire, as if we had cooked the shittiest version. But there will be a 15% chance we catch a random disease from eating the uncooked meat. Still, pretty cool. Might be worth actually picking this up then. I don't know. It's going to be a while before we get the ability to use this anyway. Let's put this all the way up. We do now, however... Oh, I guess we can pick it up, can't we? We do now, however, have 2 skill points. So let's learn the traveling skill. And boom, 5 extra inventory slots. Let's go pick up that. Carry it. Let's organize our shit. Let's carry this gold in case there's a merchant we haven't met yet. It's a locked door. You can try and pick the lock or batter it down. We don't need to. We just walk around it. Kobold. Oh, Kobold Shaman. Tell by the little blue swirling thing under it, it's a spellcaster. It has genius intelligence as opposed to a normal kobold, which only have average intelligence. What genius intelligence means is this character, this monster, always knows, whether it has a line of sight to us or not, it always knows exactly where we are on the map, and it will try to find the safest, quickest route to reach us, unless it's running away. As you can see in its stats, it does have cowardice, which means it's more likely to run away than most monsters. Monsters will run away from you if they're scared of you. If you're tougher than them, the tougher you are than them, the greater the chance they'll run. The more damage they've accumulated, the greater the chance they'll run. Things like that, or if they're cowards. This one also has a 1 in 4 chance of casting a low-powered defensive spell. It only has 15 spell points. But it didn't do it. It's dead. We found a map we can't read. Here's a giant bat. It's fast. Animal intelligence, flying, which means it can pass over low stuff like pits and stalagmites. 5% chance it'll cause a disease called fragilitis if it hits us. But it didn't. We killed it. There's a bed we can sleep in later. Let's do that later. Bunch more objects. We're in good health. Let's start picking stuff up. Unknown potion. Mid-power scroll. Another mid-power scroll. Mind warp trap. We know what that does. Sunflower seeds, which we cannot eat. If we try and eat it, dogmen can't eat fruits, nuts, or vegetables. So unfortunately, this is just useless to us. Let's just get rid of it. Let's go over here. This is Melgrim's teleporting trunk. We saw York's dimension hopping trunk last level. Melgrim's teleporting trunk is much more common. 10% chance of appearing on any given level. And likewise, anything you drop here will still be there when you come back, but it only lasts for this game. So the next time we play, if we're playing a different character, Melgrim's teleporting trunk will be empty. But if Neff Sharjaw encounters Melgrim's on a later level, the unknown potion and the 2 mid-power scrolls will be in it still. Cloth armor, let's drop it for now. Let's drop it on the Melgrim's. Feathered hat, let's drop it on Melgrim's. This is a magic arch. You can see again, it's kind of like the fountain. It has random effects. If we step in it, it will either teleport us, it'll recharge all our spell points to their maximum, it'll drain all our spell points to 0, it will heal us fully, it'll cause 3 to 15 electrical damage, it'll bless us and we'll gain 1 to 10 attribute points we can spend as we see fit. It will drain our experience all the way down to 0, or nothing will happen. As you can see in this game, unlike some games, it doesn't show you, when you level up, it resets your experience to 0 and plus whatever excess experience you had, and then sets the new threshold. So in this case, we stand to lose potentially 73 experience. Let's do it, if we're going to do it at all, let's do it now, because 73 is not a terrible amount to lose. It would have healed us, but we didn't have any damage. And there's nothing back here. Oh, except a gong. We can ring this if we want. If we do, either nothing will happen, or it'll summon a random monster to fight for us, like an allied monster, or it'll summon a random level-appropriate monster to fight against us. Let's go ahead and ring it. A Grue appears. It is not friendly. Let's just kill it. Not that big a deal. It can destroy any adjacent small light source, including if you're carrying a torch or something, it can destroy that. There's a secret door there we found. Convenient way to get through if we wanted to, but no reason right now. Let's go this way. Let's work on our stick. Ooh, did it again. And let's work on it again. Nope. Maybe we should have worked on our goblin hat, actually. Oh. Hallucinating. She's probably hallucination. Yep. This is kind of neat. This guy is kind of neat. I was not afraid of him yet, but first let's pick this up. Oh, it's illusionary anyway. What you saw was apparently no more than an illusion. Your surroundings waver and fade, so it's not really there. That's not an hallucination, it's just some things are illusions. Oh, there's no point in talking about that shrine now that we can't see it. Let's go drop this off in Melgram's. You can pray here to get all of our health back. Your chance of success at an altar is based on your relationship with all gods, the average of your relationship with every single god or goddess in the game. In this case, apparently we have a flat 50% chance. So in other words, we have a very neutral... the gods collectively have a very neutral opinion of us. It would count as a good act. We gain 3 faith out of it. It would heal us fully if we were successful. It would kill us instantly if we were unsuccessful. It's a kind of a last-ditch thing. Although if you're playing an agnostic character, we're playing a Vian character. If you're playing an agnostic, these are 100% safe to use all the time. Nothing up here. How do we get over here? There's an area over here we can see. We don't know how to get there. Which means there's either a secret passage or a... not finding a secret passage there. Somewhere. Or a... oh, there it is. Secret door. An illusionary wall could have been back here. Don't want that gold yet. You can hear some water over here, but it's inaccessible. It's probably just was generated somewhere outside where we don't need it. Drop some gold off. You can see here it's not just that you found it, now you can go through it. Your chance of opening a secret door each time you try is also based on your intelligence. We're not that bright, so we have a 10% chance each time we try, but you just keep trying. So if you click on it, it's just going to keep trying until you succeed. We could sleep here. That was my intention. I guess we will, as a matter of fact. Let's go do it. You can sleep in the bed, though you may only sleep once per map. If you do, for the next 30 turns, you will be unable to do anything but pass your turn, unless you are attacked. If attacked, the monster will automatically hit you for max damage and you will awake. If this doesn't happen, when you wake up you'll regain up to 40% of your health and 60% of your spell points. So to restore up to 12 health, we only need 2. And 19 spell points, we don't need any. Is there a spell we should cast before we sleep? No. Let's pass our turn. There, get our health back. Let's head out of here. Let's leave the stuff in Melgram's. Let's just head down to the next level. Nothing else here that's particularly important. Do we leave anything on the ground that we should put in Melgram's? Yeah, let's go pick this stuff up and put it in there. Ooh, the hide helm too. Let's keep the hide helm. Let's drop the other cloth armor, because it takes up 2 inventory slots. I'm not carrying that. There we got the warning. We've been on this level too long. Every turn from here on out that we stay on this level, there's a 1% chance that a negative event is going to occur. So let's get the fuck off this level. There you go. Smoke gets in your eyes. You smell smoke, and there's a strange rumbling to the floors. Sometimes ash clouds build beneath the earth and then burst forth when the pressure gets too great. Any second now, and the second after that, and the second after that. How long can you hold your breath? Smoky fissures will continue to appear as long as you remain on this level. What that means is every turn from here on out, there's a 1 in 30 chance that a non-wall, non-stairs, non-temple square is turned into a smoky fissure, which will spew smoke. You can also see it's reminding us, hey, you got the... A reminder, you've been on this level too damn long, get the hell off. Alright, we're getting off. Let's cast light before we leave. Gonna do one more level, guys. When we clear the next level, we are gonna call it quits there for today. I think. It's probably been about an hour. Oh, we came down directly on a salamander, which we killed. In an archway. Here's a smuggler. If we had any trinkets, well, you can sell him anything. We could sell him, one of these potions, as we saw before. But let's look around for some trinkets and hopefully sell him those. Those will be the most valuable. It would have been a spell drain trap, but our disarming skill kicked in and we disarmed it. Sweet. There's a mysterious cupboard. Let's find out what's in it. Low power scroll, mid power scroll, and a Wall of Stone spellbook. Wall of Stone spellbook might be worthwhile. Let's go ahead and learn it. It is a low power geomancy. It costs 20 spell points to cast. If we were to cast it, I'm not going to cast it right now. It would have us pick a square, in one of the 4 north, south, east, or west, and say we cast it here. This square, and this square would turn into, well, these squares are already walls, so it wouldn't matter, but this square would turn into a crumbling wall, which is impassable to monsters, but we could try and chisel our way through it if we want to get back out later. Although it might collapse on us. Got a locked door, and we do not have lockpicking skill. This is a garbage heap, by the way. We could search through it. Might find something of value. As a matter of fact, we will, because of the smuggler, in case we find a trinket. To get there, we had to pass through Stench Cloud. We held our breath. Now we're nauseous, though. While we're nauseous, we can't cast any spells or a fight. And you can't use any spells like through scrolls or wands either. Let's search the garbage heap. We found a Tome of Knowledge entitled How to Survive an Axe Blow, Volume 2. That one we made to sell. It gives blocking skill to the advanced level if you already had the basic level, but to get to the basic level we're going to spend 3 skill points. It would increase our the effectiveness of any shields we use. I doubt we're ever going to learn blocking skills, so let's go sell this to him. Oh, somebody has teleported somewhere nearby, I heard that. He gives us 30 gold for it. 30 gems, rather. Again, we do not have any means of getting onward from here that I can see, other than to break down this door. Let's not do it yet. Let's wait till we're not nauseous anymore. Let's just pass our turn for 35 turns. We're relatively safe here. You looking to sell something? It sounds like a rap song. You looking to sell something? Alright. So every time we try and bash this down, we have a 16% chance of success. If we fail, we take a damage. So let's hope we're successful. Although we have so much faith now, we can probably get a good miracle going to... let's look at our miracles. From here on out, we got enough to do it for now. Costs us 75 faith points. We'll put into play a flesh knit effect, causing us to regenerate for 13 turns. While regenerating, we'll regain 1 to 6 health every turn. Energize, which would instantly restore 20% of our health and 30% of our spell points. We know this one, we know this one, we know this one. Revile the Mutant has a 75% chance of instantly killing any aberration we're fighting. This would take away any diseases we have, all of them simultaneously. Resurrection, if one of these NPCs, like him for instance, was killed, we could go on him and cast Resurrection and he'd come back to life. We know this one, we know this one. Total Renewal. This miracle will remove from you all effects of poisoning and disease, all temporary negative effects, and will restore your health to equal your max health. I can't cast that yet. You know, 190 faith for that, but it's a hell of a good thing. Active Fumarole. Let's just not mess with it. It's just kind of a geyser that you don't want to pass unless you have to. Telepath will teleport us somewhere. Let's see where it goes. Here. Got a Thieving Cleric. Let's go kill him before he starts gathering too much gold. Oops. Kill him. Get a mid-power scroll. You know what? Let's just cast it, see what happens. It was a summoned fiend spell, so we summoned a night hag, which is awesome, although it is an evil. Doing that angers the good gods. We basically cast a spell to summon a demon. But it will kill everything here, I guarantee you. It's a lot tougher than anything we're facing, so let's let it kill everything. Alright, well, we lost a little bit of faith there and pissed our goddess off a little, but whatever. Got a paralysis trap kit, probably not going to use it. Oh, a troll totem. As long as one of these squares exists on a map, all monsters regenerate 1 to 6 health each turn. Entering the square will give you the option of attempting to destroy the troll totem with a chance of success equal to your strength over 300. Successfully destroying this is considered a good act. We have a 16% chance. So that night hag just killed an insectoid somewhere. There is a system in the game that keeps track of how many monsters of each type you've killed, or how much you've pissed off a given class of monster. There are 9 different classes of monsters, insectoids being one of them, undead being one of them, diabolics being one of them, giant types being one of them, etc. As you piss them off, they will gain, every monster in that entire class will gain permanent bonuses against you. So at the annoyance level, they now have +5 to hit us for the rest of the game. You can keep track of that in the stats section here. As well as, here's the attitudes of all the major gods. This goes down a long ways. All the minor gods, but we're not going to look at that right now. You see, Hornus, who's an evil god, actually is interested in us. Probably because we keep killing things. He likes combat. Lastaviarch loves us. He favors us, at least. Where's our own god? Sense of V is interested. Hell, Lastaviarch likes us better than our goddess does. And yeah, insectoids have +5 to hit us now, and worms have +20 to hit us, but they always did because we're a dog man. That can get worse, of course, though. Let's go get this troll totem. There he's gone. As you saw, if we go to here, this could be a trap, right? We don't know if this is a trap or not, so we click here. It'll avoid it, just in case it's a trap. Your auto-walk won't let you walk through anything dangerous with auto-walk. Wicker Shield, man. Granted, it would lose us our 1 extra damage, our potential 1 extra damage. Yeah, it won't, for the sake of a Wicker Shield, it won't bother. It'd be 3 extra defense. If we get a better shield than that, though, we're going to want it. Light Healing, we already know that spell. No point in learning that. Ooh, this is a good spell. What sucks about this spell is it's another type of block, right? We already have the Wall of Stone. We could cast it and like block off 3 squares entirely. If you cast it here, we block off this hallway. The Inscribed Ward will only block 1 square, our current square. No monster can cross it, though, at all, period. You know, ghosts and shit could walk through our stone walls. And also, to get through the stone walls that we put up, we have to knock them down, which could hurt us. Whereas this we can just walk through. I'm going to learn it. It's too powerful a spell not to, but it sucks we're wasting 2 different spell slots on spells that kind of be used in the same circumstance, right? Oh well. Broken Bottle is an improvised weapon. We don't need it. I'm not going to use a Broken Bottle. If we were desperate, we'd use it. Papers, let's see what's here. A haste spellbook, that's a good one. Would double our speed for 35 turns. Or 91 turns, pardon me. Let's learn it. I think we're now all learned up, right? We got 7 spells known out of 7 we can have. We're going to learn the memory skill next if we want to learn any more spells. The Diabolic, Demonic Larvae, pretty weak. If they hit us, they'll drain 25% of our spell points, though. Fortunately, they didn't hit us. Our, I don't know if you saw that Invisible Hammer scroll by as well. Our Heavy Stick of Slamming actually cast Invisible Hammer there, but it didn't matter. The monster was already dead. Let's go see what this guy's got. Magic Item Merchant. You're new down here, aren't you? You got that fresh from the surface look. The great thing about these magic items is they'll keep you on your toes. So many varieties, each is different from the last, as a kobold from a troll. Gem of Locking for 5 gold. You can use it once per map by left-clicking it. We can't use any of these right now, of course, because our magic items use skill is untrained. But assuming we get that to basic at least, would lock all lockable doors in our square and every adjacent square. Can use this once per level. Has a random effect causing all monsters except automatons, which are like golems and such, to flee in fear for 60 turns, potentially confusing any monster in your square permanently or turning you invisible for 120 turns. Would have one of those effects randomly. This would be useful to us. A Mnemonic Enhancer, as long as it's in our inventory, our maximum number of spells we can learn is increased by 3. We'd have to carry it pretty much for the rest of the game, though, if you drop that. So suddenly the number of spells you're allowed to know is less. It'll start randomly erasing spells from your spellbook until it gets you down to the max. So if you pick that up, you're probably going to want to carry it the rest of the game. This we might want. It has 2 uses. As long as it's in our inventory and our magic item use skill is basic, or better. Anytime we take an insta-kill effect, we survive it. But it can only be used twice. Boots of Jumping. This would let us jump across pits and shit. Pits and anything that's small, we can jump across. Once per level. This is pretty awesome. As long as it remains in our inventory and our magic item skills is at least basic, our defense is raised by an amount equal to our character level. That is pretty awesome. We could buy it too. Let's go bust buy that.
Wise choice indeed.
No problem, sir. It doesn't do anything for us yet. We got to get our damn magic item skill up. That's too good of a thing to not use. It would only give us, for now, what, 4 extra defense, but as the game progresses, it'll be more and more defense. We're stuck in the damn mud. So is that guy, for that matter. Our Night Hag just killed something somewhere. Gave us enough experience to level up. Got the usual. A new class perk. Am what I am. This perk grants a 33% chance to avoid having any of your attributes swapped, or having your race or class changed. So there are negative things that can change your attributes. That you scramble these. Like you could say, now your intelligence is your strength, and your strength is your intelligence, say. There's also things that can change your race or class randomly to something different, which would really suck right now, given we're trying to test a Purifier. But 33% chance if any of that happens, it doesn't happen to us. The Fashionable Mage, Volume 2, we definitely want to carry that. Let's drop the low power scroll. It's not using it in case it's cursed. This would give us magic item use skill to the advanced level if we already know it to the basic level. We're going to learn to the basic level at some point, so that's great. We got 10. Let's put it all into here for now. I forget why. Oh, because we want to learn technology. Which we can do when we get 1 more point of strength. That's our Night Hag. Just been busy walking around killing shit. This is kind of neat. We drop this off. I don't think we're going to buy anything else from that magic item merchant, so let's go do this. Well, yeah, we are. What am I talking about? Drop the mid-power scroll. Let's go buy that to Cracked Halo.
Wise choice indeed. From the mystical to the exotic. Get it here.
What's interesting about this, let's drop the rest of this gold off. About this area is this. Something's been digging here. It doesn't necessarily, this area, there's a reason for that. We don't know what that is. There's also a chest that somebody dug up. You can see it's been dug up underneath it. That could mean just nothing. It's just somebody was digging and this is the case. It could be an archaeological dig site, as in there's other stuff buried here that we don't know about, and if we walk around we may see, hey, there's something buried here, which you could then try to dig up, although it'd be tricky without a shovel. It could be some sort of graveyard, like a mass grave where things are buried. We don't know, but if you walk around, you might see a buried thing, and you can decide what to do. Let's open this chest, though. A booby trap, a hex. God damn it! Hex drains 103 points of faith. Hex traps drain a random amount of faith between 1 and your total faith plus the dungeon level. It can put you into the negatives. We did find 23 gold. I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, she just went and killed something. A diabolic of some sort. We got +5. We angered the diabolics now. Found a dwarven map. Can't read that either because our cartography skill is nil. Don't know how to read any maps. Pantosian Shrine. Could pray there to Pantos, who would potentially scare away all the monsters in the level. He could also drive us insane. No point right now. I don't think there are any monsters in the level we gotta worry about. Let's go ahead and try and fix our goblin feathered hat. No. Pools. Just like the arch, when we step in them, they'll have an effect the first time we step in it. We don't know what it's going to be. It could be miraculous, cured of all diseases. It could gain a disease. It could be an ooze. We can see all the things it could do there. I don't want to do it yet, in case there's an undertone that sweeps us away. I don't know if I want to do it at all, frankly. If you have a water walking spell going, by the way, if we had our, whatever it's called, Welcoming Waters miracle going, we could walk across those without interacting with them. Let's see what's over here first. An adds an improvised axe. Don't need it. What's in here? A throwing knife. Not as good as that sling we saw earlier, to be honest. Don't want either of those. A wizard chest. Let's open this. Found a withering wand. And a wand of mirror image and a wand of water walking. I want all of the above, but I'm carrying too many good things. Although we could go sell one of these things. I think we're going to sell the death-opposed Amulet of Determination. Where are you, buddy? I forget where that fucking smuggler was. Come here, buddy.
Paying gems.
keep this because in case we eat raw meat, right? Do we spend our... Let's save up for magic item use. Holy Brazier. If we use it, we would gain an unmodified faith equal to our relationship with our deity. Unmodified, again, remember, a lot of things you do are modified by your relationship with your god. This would be unmodified, so we would gain a flat, in this case. Well, it'll tell us right here. We would gain 69 faith if it was successful. Or we would take 1 to dungeon level in fire damage, 1 to 4 to fire damage, or nothing would happen. Let's go ahead. It's not a lot of damage, and it's a lot of faith. You've been found worthy and gained 69 faith points. Nice. A different magic item merchant, I think, unless he got away out of that mud.
Amaze your friends.
Got another cracked halo. And a voodoo doll. You can use this once per map by left-clicking it. Does physical damage equal to your level to the monster you are fighting. Kind of neat. Cloak of Camouflage. As long as it's in our inventory, the range at which monsters can see us is reduced by 3 squares. Boots of Speed. Can use it once per map to cast haste, essentially. Bottom's Salve has 3 uses, apparently. It'll restore 10 to 30 health, but gives a 10% chance we're instantly killed by Bottom's Curse. May Femorius protect you, Deep Traveler. Magic isn't just about spells and wands, it comes in all shapes and sizes. Don't be a conformist. Try my wares for yourself. I wouldn't mind a second halo, to be honest with you. Let's go do that. Those are really good to have on hand, obviously.
Put magic in your pocket. I commend your decision.
Now we have the next 5 times we would hit an instant death effect. It's not going to hurt us. Period.
Put magic
well, once we get our magic item, we scale to basic. This is a layer. I'm not going to go to the pools after all because there is a chance to see an undertow is one of the things which sweeps you down a level. Whereas with this layer, we can just go to another map at this level. Unlike the tunnel, though, where we saw it was just another random map at the same dungeon level, this will be specific to a given monster type. If we go here, it is actually an entrance to the Mist Lizard Dale. Mist lizards appear around isolated towns, seemingly out of nowhere, dragging their victims down into their hidden lairs. You'll probably find more than a few bodies inside, plus whatever those bodies were carrying when they died. That won't help us much because we're probably not going to loot the dead bodies, because again, it'll piss off Sense of V. But it is a free level to explore with a bunch of worms, which are called mist lizards, on it. Extra gold on any layer as well. So I think I'm going to say yes, but let's not do it yet. Let's cast Light or Haste. We can't cast Haste, we only have 34 spell points. So let's cast Light. I know we need to learn Memory. We could do that right now, but we're not going to. We're going to save to get the magic item use. And let's go in. Here we are. I think we're going to call it there. Let me check how long we've been recording. It's been, yeah, an hour and 2 minutes, so just about perfect. We're going to call it right here, guys, in the Mist Lizard Dale. As you can see, we are in the Mist Lizard Dale. If you want to learn more about Mist Lizard Dale, this is a Mist Lizard lair, populated by mist lizards. This type of lair is open with go-nowhere side tunnels. In addition to the extra gold common to all lairs, this lair usually contains extra adventurers' corpses. So that's the rules of this level. And these are mist lizards, as you can see, pretty on par in terms of our ability to hit each other. Although we do a lot more damage to them than they do to us when we hit. And on top of that, they have 5 health and we have 34, so we should be fine. But that's a subject for tomorrow. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We're coming along. We've got Sense of Purity is working. There's no aberrations live on this map. I have tested these pretty extensively. This was just like a last test. I think I've even tested this at some point. This is going to be hard to test because it's very rare to encounter things that swap your attributes or your race or class, thank God. But, you know, if we get a chance to test it, we will. Let's call it there. By pressing Q for quit. You sure you want to do that? Hex yeah. And there we go. Where's my high scores recently? Blah, blah, blah. That's the last one we did. Remember Thakfas? That's why it's yellow. That's the last one we did. Thakfax, Rolfus the Tainted. Who drowned? Anyways, calling it there. I'll be back tomorrow with more Darkest Dungeon and hopefully more Caverns of Xaskazien 2 if there's time. And I'll keep cranking these things out. Y'all have a great day.